looking for a race today. Leave it all out there. Nice and smooth. Let's get it all done all day long. I got a good feeling about today, guys. Do something pretty special today. Green, green, green.
Holy cow! We had the big one to end the race! Oh, we got a giant pack back here. Holy cow.
Here we go. Go, 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 go. Got to be kidding me.
Didn't even make it a lap.
Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Wow, that was dumb.
We are live. Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to Daytona 2025 season of the Crown Jewel ARCA series. And in the booth tonight, we have Noah Spalding. And of course, our producer is Thomas Wolf this season. The World Center of Racing has opened up to a new series. Guys, we got a lot of new people coming into the series this year. What's the over-under on the caution flags? You've been talking about it all night. So what's your over-under?
I mean, in the chat, we have a prediction open. It's at 5 now. So get in the chat and make a prediction there. I personally think it's going to be over. 5 cautions is not a lot here at Daytona. So yeah, I think we're going to hit that number real quick.
I think if anything like the dual races, we might maybe have more, maybe 6 to 8. You never know. It could be quiet race, or it could be someone's flipping every caution. You never know.
Yeah, for sure. And we got a lot of aggressive drivers in here. We got a lot of names that we know. We have the likes of Nim Silva and Zach Johnson, Nick Vasquez, Cody Leach. So a lot of guys from other series are out here to drive these lower horsepower cars, but they definitely provide a lot of excitement to us. So we should be in for a good race.
Oh yeah, definitely. Any race at Daytona is a good race.
And you look at some of those names that you mentioned, and you look at how, they run their series, like Nick Vasquez, he won here last year. He's always fast in the super speedways. I mean, you got to look for him riding out front. And I think a lot of new people are coming to the series, and I don't know if they're going to be prepared to go up against these Cup drivers.
Yeah, you never know. Some of these new guys can surprise you though as well, and some of them definitely did impress in some of the dual races that happened the past week.
They did. So it's
yeah. Some people are just like they have their specialties. They have the cars that they really click with. So we'll just have to wait and see if the names that we know are going to be the quickest, or if we have some guys here that are going to surprise us. But I mean, hey, it's Daytona. Anyone can get lucky, or anyone can be like a restrictor plate guru and work their way to the front.
It's Murphy's Law here. Anything can happen if you even look at the real race today, which is probably still going on. They've had wrecks, rain, but they haven't had the big one. So hopefully that carries over into this race.
Yeah, actually, I haven't really been able to watch it much. I had it on when it was supposed to start, and then I had to step away, so I didn't really catch much of the 500. They're still running now, right? because of the delay.
I think they are still running it. I know some of the other guys in Discord had it going, but as far
Okay.
as I know,
Maybe
it's
some
still
guys
running.
might have it on while they drive, maybe on like another monitor or on the phone or something.
Are you trying to insinuate that guys are watching TV while they're racing? Guys would know. Whoa, we got one guy
Oh, we got one spinning. I wasn't even paying attention. Oops.
who's
It's,
at number
it's practice. They're just
55.
warming up the brakes. So.
Oh,
I was
wait
about
a
to
minute.
say, yeah,
His last name is Martin too, so we got to straighten him out.
yeah.
Here, let me
Don't
refresh
worry.
the paint
Earlier,
here.
yeah, earlier while we were talking on the booth, I saw someone driving through the grass, like full speed. I was like, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
And
You
we
no
got
know,
no
some other.
shortage of lawnmower service here at CGR.
Yeah, I
but
definitely almost did some of that. Had this last week. Not fun.
what I enjoy, especially during practices for races, I'll take that chance that I normally wouldn't. I'll push the car as far as I can go, and you try to hold it flat out during a place where you probably know you shouldn't be trying that, but it's the time to do it. That's why they call it practice. So
Yep,
I think a lot of people just go for it, and you end up in the grass and spinning and everything else.
You know. And that's what practice is for. You want to wreck it, and this kind of stuff. You probably more want to wreck it in practice than you do the race. Because practice, you don't lose anything besides your car, but in the actual race, you lose points, you lose positions, you lose everything. You lose a lot of stuff during the races. So pushing it
yeah,
in practice, see how far you can go, is definitely a good thing. Because without practice, you're going out there not knowing what you're doing, what the car's doing, and next thing you know, you're backing into the wall and ending your day.
for sure. And I feel like the fact that the cars are fixed sets, this practice is more important. Just because people are
Yeah,
trying to get a feel for the car at speed and traffic. Sometimes these fixed setups throw you for a loop. So just gathering all that data for the race
Uh-oh.
is really important.
And just got the word that a fellow New Englander, Ryan Priest, has flipped again at Daytona.
That's
So,
in real life, man. I shouldn't be laughing. I
yeah,
hope he's
no,
okay.
in real life.
I hope he's
So,
okay.
yeah, I hope so too. Back in probably 2005, when the a new modified tour, open modified tour, started up here in the Northeast, it was called the True Value Modified Series. A guy that I worked with, Henry Saraniato, we went up and we bought the old number 44 Chevrolet Cavalier bodied modified from Jeff Priest, Ryan's father. And at that time, they had just built Ryan Priest a brand new Troya modified. It was the number 40, brand new tour modified. And 2 days after they completed it, Ryan Priest signed a deal with the owner of the number 6 car to drive that in the modified tour. So
Man.
that went out, bought a brand new tour modified, and then Ryan went and signed with another team.
so
Man, that's brutal.
Yeah.
uh,
So,
I just realized that the 55 is sponsored by Julio's thongs for men. So some interesting sponsors tonight.
Yeah,
now wait a minute. Now wait a minute. His last name is Martin. What's his first name? We got to make sure people don't confuse him with me if he's wearing a thong underneath his fire suit.
just
Hey
taking
man,
a
he's
look
got to
at
make that.
taking a look at the Twitch chat here. It looks like the Game of Tears. I believe that's actually I'm not gonna call him out or say his name, but he's saying my dad. It's his first race in the league. I think we all know who that is. So we'll definitely keep an eye on them and see how that goes.
Uncle Runkle, who
There you
has
go.
expanded his OnlyFans page to the point where now he's in the Cup Series and out of the booth. And
Yeah, we're gonna miss him.
we do. I
Yeah.
miss Austin, and he doesn't talk to us anymore. Ever since he became a big Cup driver, he doesn't say hi anymore. You don't see him in Discord. So
Yeah, you don't just because he became a Cup driver doesn't say hi to us anymore. He's
no,
got all
no,
the fame. He's got all the women.
yeah.
He left us in the dust, man. He left the homies in the dust.
You know,
We're
he'll,
just
he'll he'll regret it. They always come back. So
Yeah.
someday Austin, Uncle Runkle, whatever.
as we get ready to go qualifying here, we got some cars out already. I think that's
That's Nathan or Nate Campbell.
that's Campbell. That's Campbell. All right, I want to make sure I didn't sound like I was dumb here for a minute, but that is Nathaniel Campbell coming out on track in the number 16.
Really,
Yeah, well,
honestly, how much does qualifying really matter here?
it doesn't, and I will say that now. Um,
Yeah, not as much as other places, but as I mean, I will say though, like, you know, if you qualify in the front or the back, I mean, that's honestly a better position to start the race, in my opinion, just because you get out of those middle pack cautions that
yeah,
happen
that
early.
middle
So
pack is dead. Is the most. It's like it's the danger zone.
It is,
Um,
but I know a lot of guys, as soon as they get on the back straight, they fall back and stuff like that. Because you are right, you definitely want to stay out of the middle.
So let's go on board with Nathan here, or I'm sorry, with Nate
Nathaniel.
here, Nathaniel,
Yeah.
and see how he runs this line. I personally like, I just always go low, but some of these guys float the car up the middle like this, so it sets them up better for this corner. They feel like they can keep more speed.
And I'm a guy who likes holding that bottom line too. And I learned something qualifying is, you know, you touch that yellow line a little too hard, you scrub some speed. So, you know, we're finding some guys scrub some speed who don't know that. And that extra tenth can cost you going from maybe a 10th place spot to a 39th place, or like, if it's in the Cup Series, like a 39th place spot.
There, and it's the first time. 48.7 is the time to beat.
48.74, Cat Wheeler, Ledger coming up second on the board. Oh, we got more. Griswold, less than a 10th. Stoles as well, less than a 10th.
Well, Stoltz and Griswold in the same time.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
no,
get
I'm
more
sorry.
people.
That's slower. Excuse me.
Again, it's really close between all these guys right here. The slowest are, oh, we got one down. It's a second slower. Oh, it looks like we have a super close time between, oh, Kallhoff on top of the board. 48.73.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in, a lot of tight times, a lot of times in the 48.7. So
yeah,
trying to see if there's anybody else that we should keep an eye on. Vasquez is running his lap now.
Joey Logano paint scheme, like usual.
Now, one thing about these cars that differ from the last series, the older ARCA cars, is the older ARCA cars, if you did touch that yellow line, the car got pretty squirrely. You really had to hold on to the car a lot more than these cars. These cars are a lot more forgiving, especially on the super speedways. And I think that's going to benefit some of these new people that we have driving, because I believe that we have a few females in the series this year.
There you go. That's awesome.
So
yeah, that's awesome to see more of the women coming to jump drive as well for us. Get some inclusion in here.
I'm not gonna say a joke about me being wrong after that's been said either. So
yeah, no, so it's going to be fun. This series, I mean, this race here is it's always a crapshoot. I'm sorry to say, but it really is.
Yeah,
You you can dominate this entire race, and you go around a lap car or it comes to a caution, and you can just get taken out so easily. So I think these guys in the back, I think that's where you're gonna want to start this race.
as well as we see our pole sitter Henry Kallhoff. He also was one of the drivers who made it into the Daytona 500, being an open car. He finished second in his duel, so we congratulate him for that. He also gets the pole here today, so some good momentum starting for him this week.
And I want you to take a look at, if you look at the speed for Kallhoff, 48.73, and 0.14 seconds slower than that. 0.14, you can't even blink that fast. Is Runkle in 20th spot?
No.
So I mean,
yeah, and,
it really doesn't matter about qualifying, because I mean that's just ridiculous. 0.14 seconds, and that's the top 20.
And that's what it looked like in the Cup race as well. It was like, I think first to 40th was separated by less than a tenth.
Now, if you guys are in this race right now, where do you want to start?
I I would say probably the back to start off with, kind of see how these guys act, and then as the race goes on, kind of move up front as we go.
All right.
Cool.
Well,
Well, it
tell me,
looks
why
like
don't you start us off?
yeah, we have our grid set here. Henry Kallhoff starting first. Nathaniel Campbell starting second. Josh Stoltz starting in third. He gets very upset over the radio sometimes, but he's a great driver. Cameron Albertson starting in fourth. Garth Griswold in fifth. Waylon Nelson the second and sixth. Sanders Short will be starting in seventh. Zach Johnson will be starting eighth. Joe Gibbons ninth, and Nick Vasquez in 10th.
And starting 11th, we have Noah Hunt. 12th is Jeremy T-Bone. And no, we got more guys somewhere.
Here, let me put the tower back up so you can see more guys there.
And where do we start off on T-Bone? We have the 70. We have Kelly, Leach, Myers, Romano, Mott, Silva, another Mott. You got more Motts than anything else in here. More Motts than nuts. And then making his debut is Austin Runkle's dad, Mike Runkle himself. Who,
That's
from what
awesome.
well, I know at the end of last year, I think Mike was planning on buying a brand new full motion setup, but I think Austin for some reason ruined the surprise and he wasn't able to buy it. So a little jealousy out of Austin with his dad. I think his dad's really going to kind of show him up in this series. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that 30 car tonight and wish him the best. I think he's starting off in the best spot you can.
Oh yeah, definitely. Is there only 20 cars tonight, or is there 22?
No, so there's actually some more. We I can go through the rest here. Jonathan Ledger in 21st. Mike Runkle will be starting. I think he might be starting behind Austin in 22nd. I don't know if that was purposely done. That would have been very, very tough to do while qualifying. Cat Wheeler will be starting 23rd. Daryl Klotz in 24th. Craig Martin 25th. Jeff Oates 26th. Jacob Fifield. Sorry if I said that wrong. 27th. Noah Hamilton in 28th. Michael Deitch in 29th. Thomas Volano in 30th. Jay Salmon in 31st.
Salmon, I believe.
Jacob Wysensky in 32nd. Bob Baker will be in the back, in the safe space in the back. So honestly, Bob,
FedEx Bob,
go Bob. You're in the back, but you're in a safe spot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And my apologies to those guys. I just didn't have the whole field popping up on my screens. So.
Yep, totally my bad. And at any point in the chat, feel free to call out the stream for being bad, or something needs to be changed, or audio needs to be fixed. This is my first time running this thing, so just trying to absorb and learn and try to get better as I go. But yeah, luckily I have two great guys in the booth with me, and I think we have a great race here.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. And I've been corrected. The 30 is Austin Runkle, and in the 95 is his dad Mike. So
yeah, that's pretty crazy that they're starting so close.
Yeah, they read the script. It's a nice 30 car. And here is where some of the nerves kind of set in a bit for some of these drivers. Is, you know, they don't fully set in, for me anyway, until that restart zone. So, you know.
Yep. Yeah, you're just sitting in the cockpit, engine's not on yet. You're just kind of just thinking about all the ways you can mess up, because I mean, this is definitely a track where what can go wrong will go wrong, and in a hurry too, if you get swept up in someone else's stuff.
It will eat you alive if you are not careful.
And for me, it's the anticipation more than nerves. I just want to get it going. I just want to get started. I just can't wait to get out there, you know?
Yeah,
so very impatient at this point. So, but it looks like we had a couple of guys must be grabbing some extra water or something to eat real quick before we get started, because we have a bunch of guys that aren't on the grid yet.
And they could have an extra bit of start time too. They could be explaining the rules too. You never know what goes on down there.
Heck,
they could be running from the drivers' meeting.
National anthem, flyover, all those things.
Yeah, way to get the F-22s.
Yeah, it should be called out. CGR has a very passionate sim flying, flight simming community. Yeah. So if that's your jam, definitely you can come for the racing, but you can stay for the flying. So
I
a
know.
lot of guys in here are big about that. My wallet won't let me get into that stuff. So how about you guys?
Yeah, well, I was watching Cody Leach the other night land a 737, and I could. He landed that thing so soft, it was not, I couldn't believe it, and he has soft hands on the racetrack as well as in the air. And I mean, you're talking, he has the whole entire thing. He has the yoke and the throttle and the screen and everything else. So, I mean, he's one of those guys that's definitely really into it.
Oh yeah, and that's something I kind of wanted to look at investing in, but I was like, my wallet won't let me with the race team right now. So I'm like, I'll just use an Xbox controller and do what I did a couple years ago and drift a 737 and a 747 into Tokyo.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like
No, go ahead, John.
I was just gonna say, it sounds like you got some engines starting now. Some guys coming in and out. Might be getting. I should have ran an ad like 3 minutes ago, but live and learn. So.
Well,
Well,
you can run it now. We've still got a while before we go green.
Okay. Yeah, I'll. You know what? I'm gonna run an ad, first time ever. So
run
stick
the
around for
ads,
that.
boys.
There are some nice looking race cars in this field too.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Did that work? Here, 1 second. I don't think that worked. I'm gonna run the ads right now.
There it is.
Are you struggling to keep up top drivers? Are you ready to get faster and more consistent? If so, it doesn't have to take as long as you might think. With the VRS competitive subscription, you'll have telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything you need to analyze your driving and see exactly where you're losing time. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off your lap times. When it comes to your equipment holding you back, the powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase precision pedals are being used by some of the best drivers in the world, including Jordan Caruso, Tim Ryan, Jordi Lopez, and Oscar Piastri. It's no secret that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also the best value for money. So if you're looking to upgrade your wheelbase to direct drive and want highly adjustable, ultra-realistic pedals, VRS is your answer. You can get better, faster, and more consistent in less time and for less money. You owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. Just go to the URL or the button below and learn why the best use VRS.
All right, we're back. We're back. Ads look good. Ads were successful. We successfully added.
We did it.
Just before break,
unlike Fox, that's not the most important part of the stream, but hey, like they're important. We have to call out our ads. And actually, I'm gonna call out Project K-9 Heroes. I'll drop a link in the Twitch chat, but they provide retirement services for service dogs. So, the dogs that are in charge of protecting us and doing whatever they do to protect the citizens of our nation, they need a retirement, a comfy retirement. So any donation to Project K-9 Hero will go directly to assisting that effort. So follow that link in the chat, in the Twitch chat, and there's a lot of good information there about what they do exactly. You guys got
That's
any
awesome.
dogs? You got any dogs now, Bill?
Oh yeah, I've got my 2 pooches, and from somebody who was in law enforcement for 25 years, and you see how the K-9 guys get attached to their dogs, and it, they're not regular dogs. You can't just take them home and good spot. The dogs go through exactly what humans go through, PTSD and everything else, and you know
Yeah.
there's a lot of therapy that those dogs still have to go through, and it's extremely expensive. So any help that people can give to support the cause is just so appreciated.
Yep. And again, we thank them bunches for sponsoring our ARCA League here. I think this will be a very successful league. It's gotten great popularity early here at Daytona, so we expect just more of that as the season goes along.
Yeah, I'm
And
trying to find out if there's some type of a holdup that's going on right now, or why
because
haven't we
of
gone in yet?
I think they might have
and
found an auxiliary fuel cell in one of the cars, so they're doing some immediate pre-race inspections. It might have been
The 30 car,
I think
probably.
Jim Mott might be having some extra fuel in his car. We'll see. We'll see what they decide on this. If he lets them roll, or if he's going to be heading to the garages early.
yeah. And to answer your question, Thomas, I do have 2 dogs. I have a black lab and a American bully, so American bulldog. So
There you
yeah,
go.
Yep.
you might hear him every now and then. The bully's very talkative, so
That's great.
Yeah,
No,
I have a couple of mutts too. I've got one Pity and Beagle. He's my buddy, and I used to be an anti-pit bull person, and they are the best dogs. You have to give them a chance. And then my other mutt that I got, we thought was going to be Lab and Dalmatian. Normal sized dog, no big deal. She was a puppy. Well, it turns out she's Cane Corso, Great Pyrenees, and Boxer. So she's going to be a big dog.
for sure. Yeah, I feel like if we hear any dogs in the backgrounds, it's only appropriate for the Project K-9 Hero racing series. So hey, yeah, no worries there.
One thing we were talking about just before the break is some of these cars and how good they look. And you got the 14 and the 99, you got the bright yellow on the 16, you got the multicolors with the traditional black and red on the 63. It's just yeah, I'm loving these different paint schemes.
Yeah, it
an
looks like
interesting fact on that. Oh, sorry.
Nah, go ahead, man.
Okay. So interesting fact on that 63. That is actually a scheme that is from actual ARCA. It's Jason Kitzmiller's car from the 97 car. So
Yeah.
if anything on that, there's your information today. It's based on a real life car.
I know a lot of these cars were done by the Paint King, John Ledger. He's
He's
responsible
awesome.
he's responsible for a lot of the wraps on these cars. And you see Joe Gibbons there in the 8, and Terry T-Bone, and then the Culver's car just I don't know what
I
it is,
love the
but
Culver's car.
yeah, these cars just a bunch of good looking paint schemes.
Brings back some memories of when I had to work there for a bit.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that was an interesting time in my life. I'm now 19. It's been a couple years since, but
Jim Mott in the 20.
He's got the ghost
Like,
card
that was
today.
SD
I don't know if that's on his end or our end, but there's always one, right?
Yeah, but because the SDK is showing something different.
Yeah. There's
Corey
Mike
Mott,
Runkle in the 95.
There's the boss
There's
man,
our-
Corey Mott. Yep.
Big old boss man. We love Corey. Corey's awesome.
Now I thought his wife was gonna be, or his significant other was gonna be in this field. Is Julia not in the field? I don't remember us no, I don't think we called her name.
I
know
love Mike Runkle's helmet. I have one of the same ones on my SDK.
Yep.
All right,
Nice to see we have another one.
We are coming to green here. Bill, if you want to take the call away, we'll get this thing kicked off.
Yep, Bill, it's all on you now.
Well, and we are extremely excited to start this on project9heroes.org. That's the website we'd love for you to go to, donate to our K-9 friends. The 2025 ARCA ARCA series for the Crown Jewel Racing League is about to begin. It's been a few months since February. These guys have been itching for months, getting back ready. They've been practicing all week at Daytona. This track is not as easy as just running flat out. There's a lot of problems that happen very quickly here. The pace car turns down pit road, getting ready to come to the Geico start finish line, and we finally go green. And right off the bat, the inside line starts to get a little bit of a gap there. But the 16 is separated from the 14. I don't think they're going to be able to get the momentum going. And that inside children train is starting to peel off as they turn off to go down into turn 1, heading down the back straight. Cars in the back starting to fan out a little bit, still 2x2 most of the way around. That inside line is starting to pull away up about 3 or 4 car lengths, but the momentum is going to start shifting coming down that back straightaway. Now we've got 2 trains coming down 4x4 all the way down the back straightaway. A couple of cars in the front of the pack swapping lanes and coming close to starting to wreck off. Starting to see 2 and 3 wide towards the back as they fan out even more coming into turn 3. Getting all that momentum down, close racing towards the front. That inside lane trying to stay front. The 99 jumps out in front as now we go inside. Looking at Griswold in the front, the Simply Safe car. He's starting to get bounced around a little bit. These guys are running flat out. Nobody's holding back at this point. They are just trying to get close to each other and just keep that momentum. And guys, all the way, already we've seen guys are having problems keeping their cars nose to tail. See, look at that right there. We just had a couple of guys there in front. The accordion with Griswold bouncing off of Kallhoff and
Oh, it looks like
behind
we have
him.
someone spinning back. We have someone spinning back behind
and
the
the
14.
first
I
caution
think it
comes
was.
out tonight. It'll be for, you said it was.
Let's
what
see if
happened here.
let's see if I can get this.
Look, I wonder what happened here. What happened
Oh,
here.
there it is.
Whoa. We need to.
Yeah, we need to watch that one from that.
Oh, big
Wow,
hit
just
from Cat
piling
Wheeler
in there.
from
Yeah.
Runkle. Oh my! And look at all these guys trying to avoid it. Looks like a scatter of ants just running around. Some
Yeah,
huge hits. Might end some guys' nights tonight.
that
Wonder what
started.
happened with that 14.
Looked like the 14 came down on the 92 or the 92 went up. I'm not really sure. It was kind of hard to see. We need to, if we can rewind that and watch that from the in-car or the 92, I think that'll give us the answers we need.
All
Yeah,
right,
definitely.
let me try to cue that up here. Let's see.
But yeah, definitely some night enders to some of these guys. For some of them, just nothing to do to avoid that. You're watching here. It looks like
It looks like
going down, and 51 comes up, and just a racing incident there. Just and nothing some of these guys could do. Just innocent bystanders.
Yeah, it looked like T-Bone was in his line. It looked like the 14 just thought he was clear and he wasn't. And you guys, iRace, you know how it is. Sometimes that spotter tells you you're clear and you're not. So, that's just close racing.
Yeah, I think iRacing is responsible for many spotters' jobs. There's a lot of fired spotters out there.
Well, poor old Mr. Spotter's been fired several times.
Yeah. Well, we made it 4 laps, 4 out of 80.
Well,
so, I know I lost the under-over, so.
so did I.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
All right, I was asked to refresh the paint, so I just I did it real quick while we we're under caution here.
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. And Kallhoff is strong out front with Griswold. Griswold was pushing him pretty good, and
Yeah.
they looked all right. And Stoltz is behind him, so those 3 guys have a lot of experience. Mr. Nelson, I'm not really sure about Mr. Nelson. I haven't seen him before. And we got that guy in the number 2 car,
Yeah.
King of Tinder.
We got Mr. Joe Gibbons back there in 6. Joe's did some Xfinity. I've seen Joe do some Xfinity racing last year, and
Joe Rice
he's awesome.
I think he races lawnmowers on the weekends. That guy is in every series we have. So He's usually fast too. We've seen him come very close to winning races, and he's not surprised to see him up front in this series.
All right,
Yeah,
let's fish around in the back, see if we can spot any damage here. Are there? I didn't check. Are there any fast repairs?
I don't think there's any fast repairs at all. I know
Okay.
Austin.
No,
Runkle,
not that I would know of.
Austin Runkle on the 30 car had some rear end damage.
All right, let's see if we can get an eye on that. Oh, I think he's let me see if I get a better camera here.
Who are we looking at? Oh, Mr. Austin.
Yep, Austin Runkle. I don't see too much on him.
He was. I know the only thing he did was he got hit in the rear, and that was really all that stayed out for. I think we have some cars that are possibly out now. There's the 92. He doesn't look too bad if you're getting hit head on. So that's pretty good.
Are these things certified tanks? Is that what we're saying here?
Maybe, or he could have gotten his damage repaired while we were looking on the caution, including the 14th. They probably got their optional repairs done. Some probably required damage. Yeah, that 90, that pink car too. I think that's the 70. Also was the one that hit the 92 head on. So looks like all these guys got their optional repairs done, and they're ready to go back out racing.
Yep, and damage is never good to have, but you know, here if you get some damage and you get in front of a pusher and you're behind some cars drafting, sometimes you can still sneak away with a good finish. But
yeah,
if you have bad enough damage and you're losing the draft, then you might as well just park that thing.
Yeah, damage can definitely hurt you. I did the Xfinity race in Talladega last year, and I had a little bit of rear damage, but I was like 5 miles an hour off the pace. So some of this damage can definitely affect how your car handles and runs at these tracks.
Sounds good.
All right, I believe the pace car lights are off, so we'll be going green here.
Like everybody's pretty well fronted up towards the back there.
Oh yeah, they're all getting close up front.
All right, pace car takes that turn off onto pit road, and we are into the Geico restart zone. Green flag is flying. Henry Kallhoff with a great start there. Crossing the start finish. Inside line is rolling here. Outside line has no help at all. So expect the inside line to run away with it here initially. And we are going to go into our first race, Crank It Up. So we'll be back with you guys in just a minute. All right, and we're back. Lap 8 here at Daytona for the Project K-9 Hero 200. That was our first ever Crank It Up segment there, so hopefully the audio was great for you guys. Got to see some cool camera angles there.
We have Kallhoff leading, still leading, holding that lead strong. We got Griswold on the top with Sanders short, and behind Kallhoff he has Stoltz, and those two have been working together. Or Stoltz or Stoles, I'm not quite sure. I think it's Stoltz. But apologies if I butchered that. But he's pushing Kallhoff like there's no tomorrow, and behind him is I think Nelson. So that inside line's working, that outside line's trying to come together, but it just does not seem like they are going to right now.
Yeah, it looks
trying.
like they have enough there on the outside to get it rolling, but still lagging a little bit back. I think Kallhoff and Stoltz are just working too well together right now.
There
Here comes
right
Griswold.
There. You got Short behind him with Vasquez. That's three guys that race together quite a bit, and then behind him is the 23 of Leach. So I'm so used to seeing Leach in that 15 car. That's going to screw me up all year long. But that outside line is definitely starting to grab the momentum and come back forward. I think in the heat, I think that outside line is going to be better. Yeah, I think that outside line is going to be better in the heat.
Yeah, that outside line can definitely be helpful there at the end, but that inside line is definitely one you want at the end of these races. It just all depends on who you have behind you, who's willing to push you, and who's willing not to send you to the fence.
Well, what you want to do is right there. You want to be in tight like those three cars are on the outside. Griswold, Short, and Vasquez. You see that inside lane is kind of broken up. They have a bunch of gaps. That slows you down so much. You have to be right up underneath that car in front of you, just like you see the 99 and the 63, as well as Griswold and Short. That's how you want to race. But it's a lot easier said than done. You are moving around so fast on the inside of these cars, and well, matter of fact, if we go to an inside car camera, you can see how close they are, and right there, that's a huge gap.
Oh yeah, and that extra gap can
slow you down so much. Now you see him starting to close up a little bit, but the car's getting away. He's actually slowing down those top cars, and oh, it looks like
they left Griswold out to dry.
The Griswold got a little loose there. It looks like coming out of or about midway through turn 3.
And that will definitely happen to you. You'll get that one little push will send you a little too high, and then you'll lose the draft. So you'll lose your pack. So.
And what's dangerous about what they did to Griswold was not only did they hang him out to dry, but they left a big gap behind him. So when the other cars caught him, that speed difference caused a situation where bumping Griswold got him all squirrely, and it just absolutely killed the momentum of that outside lane.
As we have the choo-choo train starting to form on the inside
here. You don't even see the outside lane anymore. And then now you've got two groups of cars. You got about 20 cars in the front group and about 15 cars in the back. And I got to be honest.
Another group as well. There's 3 groups.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of digging these guys kind of hanging out in the back and not really pushing it, just killing time.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say, yeah, like you guys were just mentioning, it looks like we have 2 groups formed up here, potentially 3. You know, this second group is not a bad place to be when there's a lot of laps to lap. So yeah, as long as they're running at a decent pace, not fighting, not pushing each other around too much, then I think they're still in a great spot.
I definitely took some notes from the real life ARCA race, and are definitely taking it easy.
I'll tell you what, that William Kelly car is a nice looking car. It's gonna be shiny. That just something about that car is just kind of smacking you in the face every time it goes by. Good looking car, that 70.
Yeah, the bright pink is beautiful.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
I don't care what you say. Pink is a manly color too.
Yeah. Well, you got the 28 car behind him, which reminds me of Kenny Schrader's old paint scheme that he had years ago. You know, so
the AOL. AOL number 30.
Yeah, so you just gotta love some of these retro paint. Not so much retro, but the retro colors that we see more of that. And there he is right there, Jonathan Ledger. He is the man behind the madness on most of the paint schemes that run in Crown Jewel. Doesn't matter what series, whether it's ARCA, the Cup, Trucks, Xfinity. John has done them all. I think he's done 3 for me, and I'm about to ask him to do 2 more. So a busy man. That's why we call him the Paint King. And if you go on Trading Paints, you will see a lot of his artwork in Trading Paints. So, very talented individual right there when it comes to wrapping these cars.
Oh yeah, definitely. As well as that 23 is based, I think, maybe off of one of Brett Holmes' ARCA cars from a few years ago. That's a really cool paint scheme.
Yeah. Now that 22 car, I think we all know who he's after always running the Logano paint schemes is Nick Vasquez. And you know, right now these two are just kind of just killing time. I think just trying to get away from it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely got a good connection running here.
Yeah, you got that one friend you want to stick with them until the end, until it's coming out of floor, and that's when all hell breaks loose.
Now you see this top 7 or 8 now in single file lanes, and the outside lane is starting to come back a little bit, but they're trying. They're trying on that outside lane. They've got 4 cars in there now, and it won't take much. Those guys get organized and close together. They will come right back up, and it will be 2x2 coming down the back straight.
Yeah, I always thought Daytona is just about, you know, making it to the end, just being there for the finish. You know, all this other stuff is just riding around and surviving and missing wrecks. But you know, like if you're outside running halfway back from the leader, like I think you're still in a great spot. So.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
I'd rather be in a line with 3 cars keeping up with the draft than 12.
For sure.
Something goes wrong, a lot less you have to avoid, but it's pretty much single file right now. You see all those back markers, the back cars just trying to catch up a little bit. They're starting to close in, and if they close in together, we're going to click off laps pretty quickly.
Yep, and we're quickly approaching 20 laps, which, I mean, I ran the numbers. I think that's a fourth of the race. So this thing is ticking by really fast. This is the absolute shootout of a race, only beating 80 laps. They don't have nearly the time as other series to have strategies and long-term strategies. They got to go, and they got to go quick. And you see Nick Vasquez pushing Xander Short there, giving him everything he has. You know, those guys definitely they're hooked up there, and let's see if they can continue that great pushing throughout the whole race.
Definitely.
This 19 car up on the high side there was involved in an earlier wreck. Luckily, everybody's single file. It's when you guys, when you have 2 lanes coming at you, that's when it causes trouble. So hopefully he's going to be able to slide back and get in line somewhere and keep up with the field, because if we get a yellow flag, he's going to be right back in the lead lap. So we do have some cars out of the race. We have some cars that are a lap down. So it's never over till it's over. It's Daytona.
Yeah, those lap cars are treacherous when you're coming up on them too wide. Luckily they were single line there, so it wasn't too much of an obstacle. But yeah, those lap cars can definitely cause some issues. Coming to 20 laps here as we cross the line, fourth of the way done with this race. Other than that first caution, I think they've kind of settled in here.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like I said, it's definitely just going to be chill for now. Just line up single file. Don't try to get too crazy just yet, because you know, if you get too crazy, it's your car or half the field. So I'd say they're probably just taking it easy for now. Wait until the last 10-20 laps to go, and I think that's when craziness is going to ensue. That's usually how it goes.
For sure.
One thing we haven't talked about yet is tire wear. Traditionally, tire wear here, the drop-off usually isn't that bad.
Does it exist?
You know, yeah. So, I mean, do we even worry about tires? Is it just
coming down pit road? 23.
Is you know, I didn't check the pit window. Is that expected, you think?
Well, I mean,
Caution, yellow flag.
Caution's out.
Oh, caution is out.
Caution.
Cody Leach may have just
the 30 car on the apron.
Looks like Austin Runkle might have been involved in something here.
Cody Leach. Oh, looks like. I think Austin's a little rusty from last year. It looks
I'm
like
not.
he came down and was trying to catch up with the field and touch the yellow line.
Yeah, look, we don't have
I
to watch
can't
that
explain.
again. We don't have to watch it again.
I can't explain that one because it looks a little. I don't know. I don't know on that
All
one. I
right.
can't
Anyways,
really explain that
moving
one.
on here. So 21 laps in. Do you guys think we're having any takers here?
Yes,
Probably. I
definitely.
saw Cody. I think that's Cody Leach, the not in the 23. If
Yeah.
so, I think he's definitely gonna be he's gonna be saved here with that caution coming up.
Yeah, and not only that is 22 laps in, everybody's going to come in for at least fuel. So the fact that he just got his pit stop done, I don't know where he was before, but he is going to move right on up as soon as everybody comes down to pit. So having that early pit stop may have been good for him.
Yeah, he's looking like a wizard right now.
Yeah, that was perfect timing. It screws me up that he's not in the 15 though. I'm so used to Cody Leach in that 15 car. And you look at our top 10 now, I mean, Short, Vasquez, Kallhoff, Stoltz, Campbell, Griswold, Silva. Nim came from, where's Nim been? All of a sudden, he's in 7th place. Tommy Villano was another one. He's now up to 8th. Gibbons and Romano. So, we have some new names up here in the top 10. And you look even further back, and we have some cars that I'm surprised at 20, Corey Mott. I'm surprised he's still back in 18th. And Jim Mott is already up to 14th, and he started way in the back. So Jim Mott was last year's champion. I mean, he had some good luck here last year. So not with me. I will say that last year in this, I don't know if it was this race or it was a Daytona race, I was battling for the lead with with Jim Mott, and I got squirrely and took him out of the race when
Yeah.
I killed his chance. Felt awful.
We have someone getting their lap back. It's the
Yep.
19. I think this is the 19 car from what I saw.
That
Yep, the
happens.
19 car that we were just talking about him, getting lapped when it was single file, so it was perfect timing for him.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, well, let me pull someone up here. It looks like we still have. I'm gonna double check to make sure that we have 2 to go. Yep, lights are still on, so we still have 2 to go here. Let me pull someone up. I'm gonna pull up Nick and ask him about that connection he has with Xander early. Let's see if I can get him up.
Get Mr. Vasquez up here.
Hey Nick, we got you in the booth. Can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Oh.
You and Xander there have a great pushing connection. It seems like you guys have a lot of practice. This is something y'all have perfected over years, or what's going on with that?
Yeah, I mean, we've always been confident pushing each other. I think this stems back from whenever we were both on the same team at DU Motorsports, like back in like season 0 or whatever. We found out pretty quickly that we work good together on super speedways. We showed that last year as well in the Cup Series, and we're showing it again now. So the chemistry's here, and we're both confident.
Awesome, man. Yeah, it looks
Awesome.
like you guys are at the front. Obviously, always nice to stay in the front at these restrictor plate tracks. Stay out of traffic, stay out of any garbage that comes your way. No takers there. Is it still a little bit too early to pit? What's the window looking like?
So from what I was told is we have a halfway at lap 40. Me and Xander can both make it there. So we're just gonna ride it out till about halfway, and then we'll pit at that halfway mark. And then from there, I don't know what the fuel's looking like. I don't know if we'll have to start again or stop again after that 40. But we'll just kind of play it by ear and see.
All right. Well, sounds good. Good luck to you, Nick, and good luck to Xander as well. We'll be watching.
Hang on,
we're not going green. Not going green.
There goes my theory about Cody Leach coming in. So they don't need fuel till lap 40. So that would push Cody Leach to lap 60 for a pit stop, as far as he could go. So maybe he had damage or just spun out earlier. I'm not sure.
Never know. As we get ready to go back, we're not going green. We got 2 more to go this time. Could have been not everybody lined up yet, but you never know.
And I see this is a perfect opportunity to run a quick ad. We got 2 to go, so we're gonna run a quick ad. I'm gonna get a glass of water, and I'll be right back.
Hell yeah. When you see that dog, I've done training where I was in the bite suit. When that dog hits you, it's like getting hit by a ton of bricks.
Are you struggling to keep up top drivers? Are you ready to get faster and more consistent? If so, it doesn't have to take as long as you might think. With the VRS competitive subscription, you'll have telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything you need to analyze.
We are green. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, we are still learning this thing. So I saw the lights and I thought we were 2 to go, but yep, we are green. And let me get my guys back here. All right, so everyone's back in the booth now.
As we go green here, a short with a great restart. Stoles and Vasquez. And they go single file. Most of that pack's going to the inside. The outside has no help at all. Great training on the inside here. Stoles giving short a huge push as Vasquez falls back a bit with Kallhoff and Griswold coming out of turn 4 here, coming to first lap after that caution. Stoles with a huge push. And get ready to go back and come to lap 1. Sharps will lead the first lap after caution. And here comes that outside looking like it's going to try to do something here. More people going to the outside, trying to see if they can make the outside work.
Outside lane's starting to get a little bit of momentum. There's a couple of guys taking the bait more and more. They're going to have a 4-car lead. I don't know if these guys are so much hoping to get to the front or they're just kind of staying in clean air. So we're going to have to watch them and see how far they go. But that 15 car just gave the 18 Villano a bump and a half there. Was that Campbell, I think? No, Romano gave Villano a nice little tap there. These guys swapping positions back and forth. Starting to see more crap get on these windshields, so causing a little more glare when they start getting into that sun as well. So a lot of different factors come in here at Daytona. And now that outside line is definitely catching up as you see him starting to go around Griswold. They went from about 14th up to into the 4th place position now.
Exactly.
So definitely starting to work now. They're starting to get more and more cars taking that bite to get out top. You got 5 cars up there right now with another one further back hoping to catch them. And you see that 45 car going way up close to the wall.
And sometimes you want to be in that clean air, because sometimes this draft can cause you to overheat. And not a lot of people know that. They just think the draft is work that will work, and that's the thing. But these cars can overheat in that draft and stay in it too long.
So we're still on original tires here, fixed sets. Do you guys think these guys are getting a little tight at this point?
Not really.
Yeah.
Well,
it's Daytona in these cars. They really don't drop off like the Cup cars. So, maybe around lap 40 is when they're gonna start to feel anything at all. You're really gonna drop the tires off a lot. These cars are just so forgiving. And right there, look at that 51 car of Nim Silver just come out of that corner and get such a run back up to that 5 car. He's still battling with the 18 on the outside. And these cars here are starting to bog each other down that outside lane. It looks like they're trying to side draft a little bit, and it just doesn't work with the side draft. Not with this many cars on the track. And Nim Silver's one of those guys that has a lot of experience in this track. I know last year before the Daytona, I think he ran like 2,000 or 3,000 laps of Daytona practice. So he knows his way around the track. So he's chilling out there, and he's just hoping to survive. And you look at the cars that are around him, these guys that he's used to racing with.
you can get huge, big bumps from everybody in this field. It's I see all these bumps all the time, and I get nervous every time. We all know you hit that corner of that bumper, next thing you know, you're going in the fence. So, man, they get a little racy here.
It does happen, but you know, again, these cars are very forgiving. They're not as brutal as like the Cup cars. The Cup cars are a little more finicky. I think the Xfinity cars are the most sensitive out of them all.
Oh, and the 33 getting a little squirrely behind the 18 there,
Wow.
Thomas Villano.
Yeah,
like I was mentioning, we almost saw that. Whoa.
Yeah, he's pushing way too hard.
Yeah, I would back off a bit there. Otherwise, you're just hitting the guy you're pushing. Where his bumper was there, if you hit that corner just right, like I said, you're going to meet a brand new friend unless you hold the wall. So, like I said, we backed off a bit.
Yeah, it's quite possible, Zach. I don't know if the 500's still on, but he might have it on another monitor or something.
Let me check for you, boys, real quick. Last time I checked, it was 50 to go before I came in, so it's so good.
There you go. That's the way you want to do it. When you are drafting and you're bump draft, first of all, it's way too early in this race to be bump drafting, in my opinion. But if you bump draft somebody, you want to bump draft them and send them into the corner. You don't want to bump draft and follow them bump drafting into the corner, because you're just going to cause all kinds of problems there. So these guys are getting hard still, but they are getting a little edgy towards the back. 8 laps to go before the halfway point. So
Yep, as Nick mentioned, I think he was insinuating that there's going to be a caution at lap 40 halfway. So that's expected, where a lot of guys will come down pit road.
Yeah, and right now you're going to see some of these guys trying to get further to the front, I think. But quick groceries with the clerk's
As we were talking about the 500, we have a repeat winner. William Byron won the race, and Jimmy Johnson, he did not wreck this time. Jimmy Johnson third tonight.
Wow.
There you go. All right, we'll do a quick segment here called Checking on the Boss Man. Corey Mott running 9th place right now. He's looking good. What do you guys think?
Yeah, he's looking good. Corey always looks good at these plate tracks. You know, he kind of got a little involved in a couple wrecks at one of the duels, but other than that, he looks really strong at these plate tracks, and he's looking really strong here. He's back up. He's up front now, so you know, maybe he could be a threat. He'll definitely probably be a threat for the one as well.
Yep, he's up 11 spots. So that's quite a good start here.
Corey's a very patient driver. Very patient driver. No matter where he is, he's a saver. He'll save that car, especially in the 1.5 mile tracks. He kind of takes it easy, and towards the end of the stages, he comes flying through the field. And it's the same thing here, just taking a sweet up time, moving his way up, not getting involved in the mix. If he sees something in front of him that he doesn't like, he'll back off and lose a couple of positions. So, you know, we're not surprised to see him up to 7th now, and he will definitely be one of the ones at the end of this thing if he can survive. And we all know that's how it is here.
Yeah, for sure. Corey up, showing 13 spots, and the next person is Thomas Villano, up 27 spots as of that last lap. So he's definitely done a great job working his way, and looks like we have a little bit of a tightening of the top and bottom line here. Yeah, Josh Stoll's to the lead.
Getting pushed heavily by Vasquez. The inside line is destructing itself here, and Xander Short's going to go to the bottom, leaving that 18 out to dry. But that outside line looks more formed than an inside line right now. About 2 car lengths between the Griswold and Villano or Romano right now. Oh, whoa! As the 18 gets super loose, he's going to go down the bottom here. And they're getting racy now.
Yep,
yeah, these guys. It looked like the 2 car. Looked like the 2 car kind of did a little bit of blocking there and kind of went up in that upper lane in front of the 18 and bogged him down. I don't think the 18 was too happy about that, and now you see the 2 car just
wow,
pounding the hell out of him.
Into him. Woo! Whacked the crap out of him, and now we have a new leader. Sorry for my almost pardon my French almost. But,
you know, I was gonna be relieved because that means I'm not the first to do it. So
we talked
no
about that earlier.
I couldn't say it either, thank goodness. But
you know that move. I'm gonna call it a move. Nick Vasquez, he pushed that 99 car out ahead. If you push someone out ahead like that,
huge run.
They lose all of their help. You know, they can be sucked back and passed pretty quickly. But look for that as we approach, you know, the caution and the end of the race.
Definitely, and I feel like they're getting aggressive here, but I think we're gonna see more aggression coming to the end of this race. That's usually the way these super speedways are. Is it'll be quiet. It could be the most quietest race ever. Next thing you know, someone's flipping in the air with 10 to go. So, calm before the storm.
Man, these
guys are pushing hard.
Yeah, some of these guys, you know, you got to be close, but grills to gas holes this early in the race is just going to cause nothing but problems.
And
what happened to Romano?
Cameron dives to pit lane. I think he had to dodge something there. He might be asking for a black to be cleared because I think he was avoiding some contact or something. You know, I thought for a second he might try to flip as the cup drivers who flip the stage because they know the caution's coming at 40, but looks like he just rolled through there.
Yeah. Definitely weird. It's very rare to see that, but I wonder what could have happened.
That was Romano. At least he's not on his roof because we all know what his nickname is. So, flips Romano. So, you know, I don't know what happened to him. Although he did qualify towards the front, didn't he? So maybe his pit stop was, I don't know. I didn't get to see really what happened to him.
As
it looks like we got some slow traffic. Yep.
Oh boy.
Let's see if they can get this sorted.
We talked about it.
No. I'm waiting for that yellow to come out now. Oh my gosh. What is he doing?
Looks like they made it through clean, guys. We're all good.
Thank goodness. It shows the really good skill of all these drivers, but dude, why? Why go through the middle? Well, stay on the bottom or top and let them pass you. Don't go through the middle. That's how the big one starts.
Sometimes you look in that mirror and you see that pack, and you know they're far off. You got time, but then you look back and they're right up on you. So
yeah, that could be true too. At least you stay out of the way and they were allowed to get around. But
all right, I think this is the final lap here before the halfway.
Stage. As Kallhoff is pushing Stoltz, and we got Vasquez, Short pushing Vasquez now. They got Zach, so I think it was Zach Johnson behind him. The outside line is discombobulating. It looks like Nick Vasquez. Oh, here comes Xander Short. Who's going to get the stage break here, or the caution break here? And it's going to be.
It looks like the two of us. Short got that.
Yes, he did. He did by inches. And if that's a test to anything, we might see a close finish tonight.
No doubt there's going to be a close finish. It's just where is everybody going to be on the finish? Whoa, and I just lost my spokes. There it is.
I'm going to watch this here. He's going to go right on that outside. That's one of the moves you want to make at the very end of the race to get a win. And Xander Short from Fettner doing a brilliant move on Vasquez passing there.
Yep, great little bit of driving there from Xander. Definitely a move you'd see towards the end of the race that someone might be able to pull off. As Nick said, as Nick said when we pulled him up, obviously a great time to pit here halfway. So we'll expect to see a lot of takers here.
Think we should bring Xander up if he's in a chat.
Yep, let's see here.
He's in the Leach Brothers, so.
All right, let me see.
Bring him up.
I gotta collapse some channels here so I can drag him.
You want me to drag him up?
Sure. Yeah, if you got it, then that'd be good. You got the interview too.
Yeah, I'm trying to collapse this.
Here, I got it.
There it goes. Hey Xander, this is Noah up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got
Wanted to say that was a beautiful move there at the end of that stage to get the lead under caution. How do you think? How's your car feeling?
Oh, it's perfect, man. I haven't had a car run like this in a while. You know, the next gens, they just don't. You just can't really get the runs like these cars can give you, like without draft, without help from behind and stuff like that. So it's nice having a car like this where you can just run out there and make your own runs and stuff like that.
Yeah, as you win the race off of pit road here, anything you're looking forward to as this race goes on? Any things you need to look out for as well?
Not really, man. You know, me and a bunch of these guys down there, we're just having fun. So, I mean, it's just it's all fun and games, but we're still gonna respect the guys that run down here every single time.
Yeah, well, it's nice talking to you, man. We wish you the best of luck. Hopefully, see you in Victory Lane, man. You have a good one.
Thank you, man.
Ooh,
I
and
just
that
say
was
that just
that was the quote unquote stage winner, Xander Short. Great move there at the end to get that win of the halfway.
The
like
king
I'm so
of
used to
Tinder.
being I'm so used to the end of the middle of cautions to being stages.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I know people are cringing out there when you say stage, but it's almost like a dirty
it's
word for some people.
it's all right. It's like my fourth day. I'll get better as time goes on.
No, I think it's you know, it pretty much is a stage, whether they get points for it or not. I mean, it's exactly what it is. It's a stage. It's they
Yep.
cut the race in half. First race of the year. You know, it's you know, this is pretty much what we thought was going to happen. You know, you have the guys in the Cup Series that are running up front, and some of the newer guys are going to have to. They're being thrown into the fire. You know, this is how the series is now. It's not just coming here and lighting the place on fire. You got to deal with some seriously talented people. But one thing that he said is what we mentioned earlier is how forgiving these cars are. He said he's never had a car run this well before, and these cars are really the most forgiving race cars the most forgiving series we have of these cars.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like these guys are having a lot of fun out here. As you heard Xander say, you're getting crazy runs, which is, it's always a good time when you're in a car that that feels fast and feels really responsive to the air around you. All right, so pace car lights are off, so we are coming to green. Bill, if you want to take this call as we go green here, we'll get this thing kicked off.
Sounds good to me. Coming off the back straight right now. Everybody's lined up 2x2. A couple of cars there scratching their tires in for the last time. No scrubbing tires. Not this late as we going off into turn number 3. Lights are off the pace car. This is where everybody's nerves start getting up a little bit. Now, we've had a couple of starts, but it's still the first race of the year. Anticipation is up high. Not to mention the fact we're halfway through the race now. So now there's a little bit of urgency to get to the front. There's no more sitting in the back, waiting for something to happen to move front. We haven't had the big one.
Right.
That's
yeah,
one
we just
thing.
had that.
We have not had the big one. So that once we have the big one, we know who we're going to have to watch to the end. But we're getting ready to come out of turn 4 now. Pace car getting ready to come down. Everybody's getting excited, including us. Short, Stoltz, Vasquez, Kallhoff, and Johnson, your top 5. Pace car down the pit road, just into the Geico restart zone. That bottom line gets a little bit of a jump between Short and Vasquez, and Short actually gets a little bit too far in front of Vasquez, but here he comes. Vasquez is going to give him a nice little shot going into turn number 1. Whoa! And we see the car from the outside lane, the 99 there, just shooting down in front of the 33. Looked a little bit closer than it actually was, but luckily everybody survives. Heading down the back straight, it's the same 2 cars out front, Vasquez and Short, and a little bit of a gap getting away from the other cars, and you see that just showed it right there. Vasquez was pushing him off, just shoved it right off into the corner.
Yeah, and got to keep this this partnership in mind. If we get a late caution, we have a green, white checkers at the end. These guys are dominant on these restarts.
Oh yeah, definitely. Those are the two people I would not want to see up front at the end of this race because they might be going away from the pack there on those last 2 laps.
Yeah, go into our chat room right now. I have money on Mott wrecking. That's what somebody.
Oh no, where's that at?
Which Mott? You know, there's a couple of different Motts, and so you got to be a little more specific. See if we can get a response. Either is fine. Well, there you go.
Why not?
Yeah, everybody has a fan. Oh boy, I love it. Absolutely
We
love
got
it.
some haters out here in the crowd.
Yeah, I think everybody just have. Whoa, what just happened to my
Everyone's just having a
screen?
little bit of fun as they're swerving like a zigzag.
Am I still here?
Yep, we got you.
We can hear you loud and clear, bud. As that outside line still trying to form a bit. Remember, we saw what that outside line could do there at the end of this, at the halfway caution break. Try not to call it a stage, but yeah.
And Joe Gibbons getting a great push there.
Garth Griswold and the 14 who got involved in that first first big one. So yeah, everyone's just taking their time right now and trying to enjoy it. Some of these guys are getting a little antsy though. They're doing a little zigzagging lap ago, so maybe they sorted that out a bit.
Yeah, I guess tires are still coming in, so just getting settled.
Oh yeah, definitely. Cold tires are not your friend, especially at tracks that aren't this or not Daytona, say a mile and a half or a dirt track.
Man, that is a big bump. That is a big bump going into 3 there.
Oh yeah. That ain't the best of them yet. We're gonna see a lot more coming to the end. We're gonna see a lot of people swerving off each other's bumpers, getting loose. We saw it earlier, and it's only gonna get better or worse from here. What lap are we on? I have no clue. I don't see the ticker on the side.
Oh yeah, let me throw that back on here.
That's my Thomas.
Sorry about that.
Lap 48, 33 to go this time by. And the Project K-9 Hero 200 as they get a little dicey. Whoa, they're wrecking on the back.
Yellow flag is down.
And I think that started. I think it was around the 00 as we got another one. Caution comes out here on lap 49, the 4th one of tonight. Mott looks to be involved.
Oh.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me? Am I back on? Hello? All right, cool. We just had our power flipper here in the Northeast, so I got booted out of my session. You know, there's one listener, he said, I've got money on Mott spinning out and crashing. Well, I think he jinxed him. See where the problem, they were spinning there and even in front of that.
And that all started, and I was watching it, it all started when the outside lines started getting a little dicey, so they went 3 wide, and then one of them spun down in the bottom of the pack, and that's when all the craziness ensued here. So 4th caution of the night. Like I said, it's going to get rowdy right there.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
I think Griswold went up, and a lot of good cars involved. You got Bob Baker in there, the 45. You got Corey Mott. Nathaniel Campbell looks like his day might be done. A lot of these guys who were running up front earlier now wrecked.
Now we were talking about how we hadn't had the big one, and there it is. There's
there it is.
There's
big
one of the big ones. This track, you're flat out. Even in these cars, which are very forgiving, it doesn't take much to get squirrely. And if you get squirrely and you try to correct it, your day is you forget about it. You're going for a ride, and nothing you can do about this. isn't an easy track to race. You don't just drive around with smiles on your face. You're clamping onto that steering wheel, and by the end of this thing, you go to bed tonight, you're popping a couple of Motrin, especially when you're my age, because your forearms are sore.
Yep. And
Yeah.
there's so many times where you're running a race and you think you're doing well and you're working your way up, and then something like that happens and you're on pit road getting repairs.
I definitely.
Yep.
So we come to 30, as we're now on 31 to go. 30 to go, and the first big one happens.
Yeah,
I didn't
and
look
I
like it
don't
took out too much people. Maybe Nathaniel Campbell might be one of the few that are probably done for the day, but other than that, oh, it looks like he came back out. Looks like they got that bumper replaced. It was gone earlier, so great job to the Hollywood Motorsports crew getting that fixed really quickly.
Well, now we have 30 laps to go. And it's really, I think everybody's going to really start putting the hammer down with 20 laps to go. So I think we're going to have about 10 more laps of sanity once we go green. And then all hell is breaking loose. We're going to see caution after caution because guys are going to be trying to make moves. And that's just how Daytona is. And look at the top 10. Look at the guys we have in our top 10 now. Most of them are different people than we had in the top 10 of lap 40. So, you got guys like Villano that are back up in the 6th place, Kelly, Tiba. You got Myers up there, Dombrowski. You even have Wheeler up there in 4th spot. Where did he come from? He was kind of taking it easy towards the back of the pack. Now he's up there behind Kallhoff. Daytona is different than any other 12. Daytona and Talladega. It's just a survival game to the end. And, Tommy said earlier, you can have a great run going and then, it doesn't take much and you're a spectator. And I can't tell if the lights are on the pace car now because I had to switch to my phone because we're losing my power a little bit up here in the Northeast. Lovely weather we're having here in January and February.
Well, we got, not a problem. Oh, perfect. I got you. Alrighty. Billy, when do you think the next one's coming out? When do you think the next cotton's coming?
Ooh, lap 60.
I like that. I'll go with lap 60 as well. As the lights on the pace car are off, we got 2 more corners before we go back green, and the craziness ensues again. Zach Johnson, Joe Gibbons leading the way. Behind them, you have Kallhoff, Wheeler, Albertson, Villano, Kelly, T-Bone, Myers, and Dombrowski. I don't know. I might have said that wrong.
I'm loving seeing Wheeler. I'm loving seeing Wheeler in that 4th spot. I want to see what he can do in that car. So take us to the green flag, brother. This one's all you.
All right. Pace car's getting ready to take that hard left down the pit road. Johnson, Gibbons getting ready to go back green as we get into the Doco restart zone. Green flag is out. Johnson with a great start. Kallhoff behind him, giving him a huge shove. That outside line does not get going. Gibbons going to fall back a couple spots here. Wheeler not lined up with them as they go into turn 1 here. Gibbons bringing the ball on the outside line as Johnson just pulls away as that bottom line just gets going and going. They got Kallhoff and Albertson. That outside line did not get going on that big turn roll. Man,
I think that was a little bit of inexperience. He did a restart like he should. The type of restart he did is the type of restart you do when you're middle of the pack or further back. You kind of lay off the guy in front of him because they all bound up in front of you, and you end up smacking him in the rear end. This time he laid off, or he should be actually kind of pushing that number 8. And now they're kind of falling back, and the 14 came up in front of Gibbons.
But here comes an outside line now. They're going 3 wide in the back. Sanders short. Well, they keep it together. They keep it together. Woo!
Look, man, my age, you can't do that to me. My heart's not that strong anymore. but
Time to give up.
Zayner, I think he's a little ticked off. He's coming out. He's making his own racetrack to try to get back up front again, and look who's behind him.
So we got Xander Short pushing Cat Wheeler here. That outside line still trying to get together. That inside line has such a huge gap in that fourth car. Well, it's outside line looking like a freight train. That's what we're gonna call it now, frame. But outside line trying to get together to work with the 14 of Albertson.
Now, I don't know if he has some type of damage, but it seems like, even with the push from behind, he can get his car moving.
You gotta think earlier that 14 was one of the cars that was involved in that first wreck around lap 5 or 6 there. So wouldn't be surprised if there's some damage internally or externally that's still causing him not to take those pushes right and not be able to get front.
Yeah, because those cars are getting ready to dump him because they're driving right through him. He's holding up that outside line.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they went 3 wide there, just left him with the dust, because it's about go time here. You got about almost 20 laps to go before this race ends. So it's a little dicey there in the back. Josh Stoltz there, but
Josh Stoltz, and I can assure you, folks, that is exactly how he looks. This picture is his picture. There's a little controversy today in one of the chat rooms about how he didn't look like, his voice. He literally has his picture up on there, so that's him, man. Look at the riz on his face. I mean, he's the full package, ladies. Go get him.
Yeah. He might be taken, who knows? He might be single. You never know.
25 to go. We just had K-9 support ARCA lead. Just switched the lap counter to 25 to go.
And I think it's about time to where it's go time now.
It definitely is. This just turned into a Saturday night shootout. And wow!
We got a big wreck.
A big one again. Big one, number 2. Caution comes out. It takes out. Oh, there's Corey Mott again. It takes out the two of the good ones spinning around.
Here, let's go on board.
Vasquez.
Let's go on board with the 24 there and just watch.
Oh no!
Oh, Mott spins Vasquez. A little bit of drama as they hit each other again.
We got it all on camera, folks.
The Vasquez Mott drama continues here in ARCA at Daytona. Oh my goodness. Watch the replay of that wreck.
We're on board with the 24 here.
I wonder what happened.
And that's how quickly it can happen here.
Yeah. Somebody got squirrely in that upper line and came down and clipped that car on the inside lane. And I'm not sure whose car, Dombrowski. Somebody got squirrely on the outside lane and clipped him.
Yeah, let's watch that again. I think it was someone from the outside. Could have been Short here. Let's see that. Yeah, Short just came down, and then that's when all the chaos unfolded. Just a lot of cars getting spun, a lot of cars avoiding it, going through the grass. We got the Daytona lawnmower services here, and they're making their profit today.
Now watch what happens to Nick Vasquez.
Whoa.
Yeah. Corey Mott and Nick Vasquez going after each other again.
Oh man, you know what that means, folks? That means tonight in the chat room, instead of the pit lane, we should have the Springer room, because that's what it's going to be tonight when we go back in the chat room.
FSRX or not FS CGR fight night.
The CGR fight. We need the Springer room. I'll be Dr. Phil, and we can make it happen. Ori, what you need to do is take your frustration down on someone else. Oh, man.
No longer need to take it out on Nick Vasquez.
Nick Vasquez was just an innocent victim in this whole thing, and you took your temper out on him. We could have some fun with that chat room at the end of the night, I'm telling you.
That's actually a really good Dr. Phil impersonation.
Usually hear Corey just be like get them in a boxing ring.
Yeah, I think the
Oh, I think
visibility
he
in these
looked at
cars, the visibility in these cars are not the greatest. So I mean, I
No.
think Corey just started moving and didn't realize Nick was there, and
Probably not.
you know, it
But we
just
had to over dramatize it for effects, you know that.
because we know the two, you know, and we love to kind of, you know, throw punches every now and then and have fun, especially me. You know, but I've come up with nicknames for so many people, and we've had some fun with it. And one guy we haven't really talked. Oh, yeah, Cat Wheeler was involved in that because he slid all the way back now to
Yeah, Cat
18th
Wheeler was one of the
position.
ones that got spun. He's
Looks
doing Daytona a favor for the lawnmower services.
got some road drivers here.
Yeah. Man, tough break.
A lot of these drivers look like they were unharmed, so that's a good thing for all these drivers to come back out on track.
Yeah. But
You
now
know,
we're down to 23 to go. Now, what lap was that caution on?
that was not on 60. It was on, I think,
Oh, that was
55.
on.
So we're off about
Oh,
5
yeah.
laps, but what
That's
a shame. When do y'all think the next one's going to come out? Oh, 75.
Yeah, I'm not touching this one.
Yeah,
5 to
this
go.
is when you start having the cautions towards the end of the race, that's when they really start piling it up.
Yeah. You got to think of the duels for the cups, the Major Garage Cup Series. Everyone was wrecking at the end of both duels. And it just got crazy. I think the first duel had like 5 cautions or like 2-3 overtimes before it ended. It was crazy.
Well, hey, you know what?
What's up?
I want you to think about the Cup Series last year at Bristol. I think they went 2 stages caution free. So I mean that's at Bristol. So even a track where there's a ton of wrecks, sometimes you show up and it's pretty clean. And we've had a fairly clean race up until now. It's starting to get a little dicey, and that's going to continue and probably even get worse. Now, at the beginning of the race, I believe we said the under over for cautions was 5, correct?
Yep,
Yes,
that's right.
and we're at 5 now. So
Okay, well, I am going to say this: between now and the end of the race, we could see another 5 cautions, and
oh gosh,
I'm just putting it out there.
so I think we're getting ready to come back green here.
Hey, let's do one more crank it up session here at Green Drop.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I
Always
love the
those.
sound of them engines.
Pace car
Pace car
is
turns hard left.
off here, and
Green flag, green flag.
Johnson in the 33 car gets a great start on the inside here, and
That
looks
outside
good.
line did not.
Yeah, it looks like they got a blinker, which is always tough on a restart.
Go and crank her up. Let's listen to some of these engines roar.
cars in the back can catch up, they might run away from this a little bit because those other cars are side by side.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like I keep mentioning about the duels, that's what you'd see is you'd see two cars break away from a huge pack running side by side. So, you know, you wouldn't think a pack like that, just two cars, would disappear from a side by side field, but they definitely do.
And you know, the front's pretty orderly here. I think the most racing's going on in this second group back here. Saw a lot of shuffling during that crank it up.
Boom. And we have some
Getting
fast
dicey.
cars.
Ooh-wee.
We have some
Getting loose.
some fast drivers back in the pack. I don't know how much damage they have, but you got Vasquez back there, Kallhoff, Griswold, and you know, there's a lot of cars back there that we've seen out front, and that's going to be a factor too. How fast can these guys get up front, and are they going to cause a wreck trying to get up front from these slower cars? If you look at the cars that they're driving around, you know, there's some inexperience around there. So
19 going on the bottom here, and looks like he got loose or something, but he's dropping.
no, I think he got smart. I think he said, heck with this, I'm going to hang out and I'm going to catch up in the back and I'm going to regroup. He's in that front pack, but whoa, he may be in danger of losing that front pack.
Yeah, I think he's already lost the draft.
Yeah, that's definitely a dangerous maneuver to do because, and we got wrecking on the front stretch here.
Again, the big one. Number two.
That's
huge hit for the 92.
Oh, but he still managed to get
19 who just dropped off is now involved as well. Caution comes out, and it is a junkyard. Xander Short, Cameron Romano, 24, Grombowski, Vasquez, Silva, Griswold.
Somebody going through the...
Volano's still wrecking 20 seconds after the caution came out, and I think he's done.
Yeah. I don't think we should try to pull Mr. Volano up into the booth right now.
He probably has some choice words that aren't suitable for family TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that replay.
What's this? Oh, there it is.
Just checked up, and Romano didn't slow down in time, hit the 45, and that's Daytona.
Yeah, the
After
car
that trial,
it got swirly, it got booted right to the top of the track, and right here.
They checked up behind Mott, and then just 40 in effect, and there you go.
John Ledger, I think, was the one who got into the back of him that sent him up the track, but John had nowhere to go. I mean, he's traveling full bore. There's no way. Play that replay in John Ledger's car and see how much time he had to react, and guess what? He didn't have any.
We watched his on board. You don't know what's going on in front of you. You don't see, and then you're right there. Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't John Ledger. I thought it was. It was another car in front of him.
You see, the 51 was sparking. He has damage. The Silva has damage as well. You see him sparking there. Crazy. I don't even think we got 5 laps in before that car came out.
I think Nick went on for a ride here. Oh man, yeah, just you get caught up and then the field catches you and just sends you around. And that does not sound like a healthy race car.
No, you can't even turn it.
Yeah, and we watched T-Bone. He got smacked hard too, the 92. He hit that inside wall pretty decently after getting smacked by somebody, so.
Yep, so a couple fast cars involved in that wreck. They got shuffled back there into that mid-pack. Sometimes when you're in that mid-pack or back-pack rather, and you're trying to get back to that lead pack, all the racing can just be detrimental to your race. So.
Yeah, and not only that, I want you to look at Count Wheeler, who we were talking about a little while ago, was up in 7th spot, got involved in the last big wreck, went down, I think, to 20-something position or 20th position. Now, because of that wreck, he's back up into the 8th position in the top 10.
Yep, he's having a great race, up 15 spots from the green flag drop here. A lot of wrecks has happened, and he's been able to. Looks like his car is pretty clean still.
Yep.
Yeah, this is. What we were talking about earlier, we said at the end of the race it was going to get crazy, and they're getting crazy now.
Wait,
I think I
Nathan
said over and
Campbell?
under. I said 6 cautions. We're now at 6 cautions, and someone takes the road course route.
Yep, looks like the over wins here.
Yep.
But Albertson's lovely resume.
It's
The
short and sweet,
14's
man.
now in the lead. He was involved in that first wreck on, I think, lap 5 or 6. So
Yeah,
that's
Albert.
the end up here. Hopefully he keeps up the speed this time and is able to
He's
take some
fought,
pushes.
he's fought his way up, and so hasn't Gibbons up there in the 8 car. Gibbons has been kind of hanging around the top 10 all night long, kind of trying to stay out of trouble, and he's been fast. And well, there he is. Don't put him. Wouldn't be surprised to see him walk away with a checkered flag here. He's come close in all the other divisions, and he can win. I believe. Who won this race last year?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if anyone in the chat knows.
I was it Gibbons who won it last year?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's that question's outside my pay grade. I wasn't required to know that.
Y'all are getting paid.
Let's see if anybody. Corey Mott would probably know. Madam. 14 laps to go.
Yeah, 14 to go here at Daytona. You got Albertson, Gibbons, Johnson, Campbell, Nelson, Kelly, Wheeler, Martin, Stoll, and Oaks in your top 10. Then you have Corey Mott, who has been involved in a couple accidents up to 11th as well. So,
Yeah, Kallhoff is back behind him as well, and Jim Mott is behind him in the 13th spot.
Jim Mott, or your 2024 Project K-9 ARCA Series champion.
Yep.
Getting away from all the action and craziness that's going on here.
It's been fun to watch. I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's oh, there it is.
As they get ready to go green
flag.
here, that flag man is getting ready to wave that flag really hard. Coming to 13 to go. Green flag is back out. Albertson with a great jump, but does not have anyone behind him like Gibbons does, but that inside line got a better start.
Man, he's way
Albertson
out
is
there.
way out there. Oh, but Gibbons is getting let out to dry. That inside line is getting ready to build a pack here. Oh, Gibbons on the inside as well. Here comes Cat Wheeler on the outside.
Oh, he pulls up in front of
Johnson
Cat
taking
Wheeler.
that push like a champion. We got one on the apron here, so we get back up. That was the. Oh, we got a caution.
Yep.
Did not
Kudos
catch that.
to Cat Wheeler.
And we have
Kudos
a caution.
to Cat Wheeler.
Trouble.
I'm going to tell you something right now. Cat Wheeler just prevented another big one. He had such a run. Car in front of him, I think it was Albertson, pulled up in front of him, and he just Johnson. He just smoked him, and then got hit hard from behind, but still kept that car straight. That was not an easy maneuver that he just pulled off, keeping that car straight. So kudos to him. Awesome job.
So I wonder what happened here. Trying to figure out
like
the
the
recording
inside.
effect. Oh, just recording effect. Tried to avoid. Xander was just an innocent bystander there. Xander getting involved in his third wreck. 3 wrecks in a row he's been involved in, none of which were his fault. So
yeah, things are getting
that's
really
tough for him.
back.
He's a really fast car. That was Jim Mott. He tried to avoid that. And I think now, let's come to 10 to go. I think now is go time.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, at this point, on these restarts, you just have to gain spots and grit your teeth until that next caution comes out. It's kind of just like climbing a ladder at this point, because 12 laps, once you get the cautions rolling here at Daytona, it could last you a long time. So
definitely, you never know how many overtimes we'll have as well.
Yep.
Unless they go by ARCA
don't-
rules, which the white flag rules are different unless they added overtime to ARCA, which I've not checked within the last couple of years, but
I don't think they do run an overtime in ARCA.
yeah, I think it's once you hit the white flag, it's over.
That's
It used to
it,
be
right?
if you hit
Yeah.
the white flag and the caution came out, you had to restart with 1 to go, and that was an interesting rule. But I think they got rid of that a couple years ago. So I think as soon as you hit the white and yellow comes out, your race is over.
Now,
But
when we
we
had
could be doing it different here.
when we had 20 laps to go, or 25 laps to go, somebody asked me, how many more cautions do you think? And I said, I think we're going to have 5 more cautions. This has been the 3rd caution, hasn't it?
Second, we're on number 7, but we might get there sooner than you think.
I hate to be right on this one. Well, 11 laps to go. I think we're going to run out of pace laps before we get all 5 in, but
we're going to run out of patience here too. Everyone's probably getting impatient now.
Hey,
nobody wants to be back there anymore. They're all wanting to win, whether they either see the wall or a checkered flag. So we got Wheeler taking the road course again. What's up?
You guys think Mike Runkle's giving his son a hard time right now? He's what it looks like 1 spot ahead with 11 to go.
We don't see him on the ticker board, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, Mike Runkle sitting 21st. Austin Runkle sitting 22nd as of now.
Are they still in the race?
It looks that way. Yeah. Yep. Still in the lead lap too.
No.
Interesting.
Mikey Runkle's gonna earn some fans.
Yeah, it's been a lot of coming and going and a lot of wrecks, and I mean, it still looks like he has a clean car here.
Yeah, especially, since his son abandoned us in the booth and just kind of kicked us to the curb and, treats us like subhuman. Doesn't even come into the chat rooms anymore. You guys notice that? Signs the cup deal, now doesn't even come and hang out in the garage area. You never see him anywhere.
Yep. Yeah, he's too busy out, picking out some new furniture for his house and all that,
Yeah, making content for his page there that we talk about. But, I don't know what it is. The guy just gave up on us, I guess. But the lights are off on the paint car. So we've got 10 laps to go. And, it's going to be interesting to see if we're going to make it green and how far. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it staying green, though. I will say, as more cautions happen, obviously people start falling out of the race. Maybe even some of the overly aggressive guys or guys that are just forcing moves. So, you never really know if whoever's left are going to be respectful. But hey, 10 laps left. I think it's all systems go for a lot of guys.
Yeah, and now, we see the top 20 and that are on the lead lap. So we have a ton of cars that can still win this thing. I mean, Mikey Runkle back there in 20th has just as much of a chance to win this thing as Nim Silva, who's in 10th spot. And things can happen here in a hurry. We saw Wheeler go from 20th to 4th in 2 laps or 5 laps, whatever it was. So it can happen.
Yep, Cat Wheeler up 21 spots. That's quite respectable spots, I guess.
He's blowing the wheels off that thing tonight. I love it. Love seeing the kid do that, man. I really do. Real good kid. Coming down, getting ready to go. Cars are forming up right now. A couple little scragglers in the back, getting ready to pace car. Dives in. Barney's got the flag ready. Getting ready. Come to the Geico restart zone. Here we go. Green flag is out. Who can get the jump right now? A great restart on the outside lane right there. And they're actually going to take the lead going off into turn number 1, it looks like. Unless that bottom lane can get the stuff together real quick. But
Yeah,
There they go. They're starting to do it. Yeah,
unless
but
Joe can come up and help the bottom there, that top line has more numbers, and that means more speed.
it's a drag race right now.
To the lead here.
Now, are these guys going to leave the other car? Oh, man.
Jeff Oaks into the lead.
Everyone's looking for a way around everyone.
Oh, and 33 gets into Jeff Oates there, gets them all squirrely, and outside's now rolling fast.
Oh, they're wrecking in the back. Griswold around.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh.
I saw that happening right in the corner of the stream.
Good catch there, Noah. Yeah, we'll take a look at that.
Probably a bump gone wrong again. Would not be surprised.
I think everybody kind of got the accordion effect.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah,
there it
goes
right
like.
there.
We got a huge yep. Jonathan. Oh yeah, just Jonathan. He checks up. Jonathan gets underneath him, and just that's right. That's Daytona here for you. You'll check up, and next thing you know, you're getting spun by someone. Make up their fault. You really can't avoid those kind of incidents from the driver.
Yeah, I hate to do this to Jonathan, but
you're just like that. A light tap on that bumper.
There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
It happens so fast. It really does.
Yeah. Even at, what are these cars going? 180, 170? It's like a split-second decision. You gotta... there's not much you can do.
Yep. So that was caution number 3.
Oh no, we're getting some banned ledgers in the chat. Never like to see that.
Come on now. Come on.
Come on now.
Yeah, there have been times when they want to ban me, so you gotta take it to
Yep, for sure.
John.
And the Twitch chat, sorry I've been showing you guys much love here. Again, this is my first time doing this, so I have a lot of focus on the stream, but I need to remember to read through these. Glad to see all of you guys in here. Hannah, Banana, Tegan, Bearbacker 96. Everybody in here, glad to see you guys. Again, this is the ARCA League, and we will also be running trucks and Xfinity, and then the Cup race will be Wednesday evening. So a lot of racing action coming your all's way.
Yeah. You guys ever have that one race where you just couldn't stay out of your own way?
Oh yeah, yep. Every time, anytime there's Rockingham on any schedule, I just know that it's going to be a rough night for me. I don't know about you guys, how you feel about Rockingham.
Let's just say I went to, yeah, it's good. Never been there. Sorry, Billy.
Rockingham, I do pretty well at. My Achilles heel is Phoenix.
Okay.
Same here. Funny story, last year in the truck series, I spun like 2 times in the same spot. Then I finished 10th. And then Xfinity, I wrecked the car and finished 11th a lap down if you're going 3. So Phoenix it will eat you alive. It doesn't seem like it. Seems like a fancy 1.5 miler, but it will eat you alive.
Yeah, going into 1 and 2, you can get away with it a little bit overdriving it, but 3-4 at Phoenix, if you overdrive that corner, you're gonna have a bad time quick.
Yeah. And then the track that a lot of people struggle with was Darlington. I actually do pretty well at Darlington, and I think it's because I'm trying so hard not to crash that I save my tires, and then next thing you know, at the end of the race, I'm up front, and for those people down south, tires are those round things that go on the car. That's just how we pronounce it up here in the Northeast.
Yep. Yeah, the Lady in Black, Darlington, that's a great track. You're racing the track really for most of the time there. Not until the tires go out, you're not really racing your colleagues there much.
Now, back in November when I went down to see the South Carolina 400 in Florence, the Florence exit that I stayed at was actually the Darlington exit as well, and I went by to check out the track, and it's just one of those places that is just like, wow, I can't believe I'm here, you know. And it's on my bucket list. I'm gonna end up heading down there for one of the races there, I think, someday. So, just an impressive track.
For sure, absolutely. All right, looks like pace car lights are off here, so we should be coming to green this time by. And it seems like we have 24 cars left in the field. It's not too bad considering all the pileups we've seen, so see if we can get
some of
some
them hurting though, so
yeah, some of them definitely are hurting. Yep.
It's Daytona. It's definitely Daytona. Doesn't matter what series. This is what happens at Daytona, and you saw it today in the real race. Just all you can say is it's Daytona.
Yeah,
Tommy,
I
why
think
don't you
everybody...
take us to what we hope is going to be the last green flag?
All right, pace car turns down pit lane, and we are about to enter the Geico restart zone, and 60 takes off on the inside line there. Great jump by him, but maybe too far as he's going to get sucked up by the pack there. Outside's just 63 and 3. Let's see if they can hook up and get that rolling. 63 may. Oh, and 60 jumps up to the outside. I think he's just trying to throw blocks and get into position wherever is most beneficial to him here.
I think Catwheel is going to get a little bump right here, and
absolute power move by Henry Kallhoff on the outside there. Outside stacking up. We better watch this back here with Corey Mott because they're starting to go 3 wide.
Yeah. Oh man, that was almost a wreck right there. That blue car pulled in front of Catwheeler and almost was a little bit too close. They almost went for the ride.
Man,
this is what you don't want to see. You
3
do not want
wide. 3 wide, coming to 4 to go.
Yeah, that's a pucker factor of 6 right there.
And heavy pushing by Nate Campbell here. Let's go on board real quick because this is some tight racing here. Going into 1. Inside lane's definitely rolling right now. Nate jumping down to the inside, see if he can gain some of that momentum.
And I think that was Gibbons in that same area. Gibbons got a run. It looked like he passed 7 cars going down that straightaway right there.
2 by 2, both lanes doing very well right now. Have a lot of help, have a lot of energy to use here coming to the end of this race. Henry Kallhoff in the lead. And we are 3 to go now.
This is never good. 3 wide.
Will we survive? Kallhoff with the lead.
William definitely got put in the sucker hole there. 3 is pushing Henry Kallhoff hard right now on the inside line. 14 trying to work something out on the outside. Nate Campbell joining.
Yeah, these guys are really starting to spin around, not spin around, but they're starting to swirl around everywhere. And right now you're starting to see that top 3 kind of get together, with Wheeler being that last car.
Going 3 wide in the back again. Everyone's looking for friends.
Less than 3 laps to go, and see, we just had a close call right there in the middle of the pack, and look at this. This is, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the leader here, you want this thing to stay green. All this racing behind is just could potentially put any sort of advantage you have at this point in time at risk.
Right now, Kallhoff does not want to see a caution flag. He just wants.
As Oaks goes to the outside, he's looking for a move now.
Yeah,
Oaks, Wheeler behind him.
Outside, pushing hard, yeah.
And here's where it gets crazy. Coming to 3 and 4, they're going to be coming to the white flag this time by.
Yeah, man, that's getting tighter than a sumo wrestler in the Cheese Creek. I'm really liking what I'm seeing out the front of this field right now. You know,
it's getting crazy.
Outside, checking out.
White flag, 1 more
3
to go.
wide there. 3 wide going into 1.
Hard.
Oh,
we're 3 wide for the lead.
We're 3 wide. 3 back.
Yeah,
they're wrecking. Well. They're wrecking again. The big one. And I think that does it. It's over.
I think, yeah, white flag still out.
Oh,
Henry
no,
Kallhoff
let him
being
race back
pushed
to the
by
line.
Cat
No
Wheeler.
problem.
Kallhoff and Wheeler.
Cat
Kallhoff
Wheeler,
and
Craig
Wheeler.
Martin still have all the advantage here. Cat Wheeler pushing Henry Kallhoff hard, coming to the line here.
Here it
Will
is.
he make a
Is
move?
Wheeler going to make his move?
Henry's not going to let him do it. Coming to the checkered flag, Henry Kallhoff for Kallhoff Beach Racing wins here at Daytona. What a finish.
Man, what a finish there.
Smart move by Cat Wheeler. Cat Wheeler thought about making the pass, but ended up deciding to go points racing instead. Smart move. If he ducked out, he would have lost positions. He stayed behind him and pushed him to the victory, kept him in second place, and took as many points as he wanted. Great job. And we're starting to see. Do we got some beef here?
Nah, I think that's all respect.
Oh, okay. All right. Wasn't sure.
See if I can find any of this.
I want to see what happened. I want to see what caused that.
I'll tell you what caused it. Oh, 3 wide.
Oh my, we got some airtime. I think it was Oaks and Albertson that caused that. Oh my god. Call it the junkyard.
I saw at least one ARCA break in there. I don't know about you guys, but hey, it's white flag loud. Man,
oh
what a finish.
my gosh.
That was a blast. I had a great time, guys.
It was.
Ready for next week.
You know, and the other thing too is that the ARCA race is usually the shortest race of the week, right? How many hours did we go because it's Daytona?
Yeah, we got a late start here, so normally you'd be fishing around 10, 15, 10, 20, but yeah, no, this was a great race.
Yep, started to get the cautions towards the end, but do we have our guys ready? And man, see, I lost my big screen. I'm on my phone now, and I'm old, and I can't even read your top 10 right there.
So here, I'll do it here. Our top 10 was Henry Kallhoff, Cat Wheeler, Craig Martin, Jim Mott, Garth Griswold, Waylon Nelson II, Cameron Romano, Daryl Klotz, Josh Stoltz, and Jonathan Leisure.
Nice.
All right.
Now, let's look at the Battle of the Runkles.
The Battle of the Runkles.
Mike Runkle finished 12th, and Austin Runkle finished 16th.
Man, so old timer getting it done.
Mikey Runkle opened up a can of whoop ass on Austin, you better be cooking dinner or doing dishes or something tonight. Oh man.
All right. Well, let's get our third place car, Craig Martin, up here, and Noah, if you want to run this interview real quick, I think we can get some talking points from. Give me 1 second.
Hey, Craig. Hey, how you doing, man?
You're in the booth. I know is gonna ask you some questions.
Awesome. Hey, Craig. P3. How you feeling there?
Pretty good. That I escaped all the, or I guess most of the carnage. So yeah, that last lap, man, I was lucky to escape that because I was watching it back on the thing here, and man, that was close. I almost got my right rear and hooked me in the wall, and thankfully I was able to scoot free, and that was it.
Yeah, we saw that big one happen there. We didn't know who was going to be there, and then we saw you there at the end. Yeah, congratulations on the third place tonight, man. Also, mention that as well. Like the sponsor, by the way.
It's funny. I actually designed a paint for this league because I thought you guys were running the ARCA car, and well, obviously it's not the ARCA car, so it didn't show up. But yeah, definitely a good sponsor to have. Drop by my hauler. I'll give you a free pack.
Oh.
As long as we don't see a picture of you on the car.
Oh
yes,
no!
please no.
Yeah,
no chance of that.
We're all good with that, there, Rico Suave.
Yeah, we're all good.
Everybody's safe. Don't worry about that one.
Congrats, man. You have an awesome night. Congrats on your third place tonight.
You too. Take care, guys.
Yep. See you, Craig.
Take care.
Later.
Man, he's psyched. He kind of came out of nowhere to come on up and finish third. Good for him.
Yeah, that was our third place car, Craig Martin in the 55, up 22 spots. That's a great race for him.
Yep.
Next up, we have Cat Wheeler, the man himself. Let me pull him up, finishing P2.
This is the one I've been waiting to talk to right here. Is Cat Wheeler.
Cat, we got you in the booth.
Cat,
Yo,
man.
what's up?
Second place, brother, man. Good for you. I mean, you kind of hung around, in the top 10 most of the night, and then here you are. How close was that carnage at the end there?
Well, I didn't think I had too much of a shot coming into this race. I gotta thank Nim for getting me on and the whole Back Row Bandits team. But for the first bit, I thought qualifying was 2 laps, so I totally screwed up my qualifying lap. And I didn't get to like top 15 till halfway through. But as soon as that happened, it just seemed like everything had to be in my favor. I had damage the entire time. A damage on my left side, damage on my back I couldn't fix. And I guess just holding on. The outside just looked so sketch the whole time. So just sticking the inside. Got to turn 3 on that last lap. I see the wreck behind me. I'm like, oh no. So it's just like, I'm just going to push Henry. I'm going to try to move him up. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm fine with a P2. I'm so happy for the finish I got today. I'm happy that Henry got that win. So happy for him. And I'm so happy for my finish, for my Back Row Bandit team and all that.
It was
such a great day.
That was a great points maneuver for you, staying behind. If you ducked out to try to pass him, you probably would have lost 1 or 2 positions at least, anyways. So
Yeah,
it was a good move.
It's been a minute since I've done any racing here in this league, and so I think that's probably my second podium ever. I won a truck race at Chicagoland forever ago, and so just a P2, it's fine with me. Such an amazing finish, great race.
Yeah, I'm proud of you, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you again this year at North Wilkesboro, right?
Oh yeah, you'll see me on a podium. You'll see me on a podium in here, and yeah, I'll try to be at Wilkesboro the best I can, man. Holy cow, that race was a blast, man.
Yeah, we'll we have our big meetup, in Memorial Day weekend, and so I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of guys there. I hope you're going to be there for that. If not, I'm sure I'm going to see you somewhere at some Cars Tour event this year.
Oh yeah, I'm taking vacation for the 600. It's only a 20-minute drive for me.
There we go, man. We'll see you there.
All right, bud. Thank y'all.
All right, congratulations, kid.
Thank you. Thank
Great
you.
race, man. Good job.
Appreciate it.
I'm excited
I'm
for this one. I know
so happy for Cat with that finish, man. He deserves it.
Yeah, he had a great race, up 21 spots. Cat Wheeler finishing 22nd in the 60 car for Back Road Bandits. That's a great points night for him. All right, all we got left is the man himself, Henry Kallhoff. He was on the pole, right? He qualified first.
I think so. I'm excited to hear him. I know he's probably very excited right now.
All right, yeah, let's pull him up. Henry, you're in the booth. You got us?
Yep, I do.
Hey man, well, you qualified first and you finished first. That's I mean, that doesn't happen a lot at Daytona. A lot of times P1 car, something happens to them and you get shuffled back or you caught up in something. So that's impressive. How did the car feel?
It was a lot different than what I expected. I've never ran a Gen 6 race at Daytona, or at least for a long time, or with the setup we have where there's a lot less power, and towards the middle of the race it just got really tight, and it was something I never felt at Daytona before, because usually, it's mostly just about speed. It's not really about handling, but and I pitted just for extra fuel there on lap 58, and then that big checkup there. I thought I had a lot of damage when I got in the back of 45. By the way, if he's watching, I'm incredibly sorry for that insight. I was trying to check up, and then I got ran over from behind, but towards the end there, I got clear for the lead, and the 3 was behind me there, and when he made that move, I thought, with the help he had, I thought that was my race over. I was going to settle for 8th or whatever, and then they all just started wrecking, and I saw Cam was the winner. I gotta really thank Cat Weir for that. I do owe him a victory now. Maybe Talladega or something like that.
Yeah, man, that was a great run. We heard by a couple drivers throughout the race that these cars were getting a lot of big runs, and like you said, they were a little bit tight going into the corners, coming out of the corners. So, what did you think? Were these cars a lot of fun to drive here, or would you suggest them to others to run?
I think it was a little bit tough to race with, but it definitely seemed realistic. The side draft was really powerful because say if a car was on the inside, if there's a car on the outside, if you got side draft, that would just take away so much momentum. And I thought that was pretty realistic to how the ARCA cars are in real life. And well, thankfully we didn't have any major controversial incidents, maybe a couple, but definitely a lot better than the real life race.
Yeah, well, yeah, man, awesome run here. So you're gonna be sticking around for the full season? You think? Is this something that you can see yourself coming by every Sunday to run? Because you seem like you had a really strong car. Obviously they're fixed, but it seemed like you had a good grasp on what the car can and can't do.
Yeah, and I've been wanting to run the full ARCA schedule this year since I won at Texas last year, and so that's been the plan. And I do plan on running the full schedule for both main and the East Series. I don't know 100% about West yet, but yeah, I definitely look forward to trying to compete for the championship. I don't know if there's any other full time guys, but yeah.
Cool.
It's pretty awesome to win here at Daytona, start off the season right, and I hope to continue this momentum throughout the rest of the season.
Cool, man. Yeah, and I know you mentioned you might have had the wrong car. Or was that you, or was that the guy before, Billy? I think that was the last guy that we had in here. He had the wrong ARCA car. He thought we were running the old ARCA cars, but I know
Oh yeah.
I know
Yeah.
Corey said once those new ARCA cars are finished, we're gonna make that swap immediately. So we should have the latest ARCA cars running, and I think that'll be pretty cool to have that league running the official cars. Um,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
yeah, cool, man. Well, great race. Great job qualifying P1. Great job finishing P1. And is there anyone you want to give a shout out or?
Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone that supports my small team. We're considerably one of the smallest teams on the grid, and to win here at Daytona, pretty awesome. I also want to thank all my friends and family, my parents, and everyone that enjoys this league. It's a great league, and hope to continue doing this league full time, or at least do the most races I can.
Yeah, I love it. Shouting out the family, absolutely love that. We had, I think we had 40 viewers at one point, so you guys definitely
Wow.
were putting on a good show for. I mean, it's a humble crowd, but I'd say for a Sunday night race league for ARCA cars, that's a great turnout. So hopefully we keep the numbers high, and you guys keep putting on good shows for the crowd. Well, awesome, Henry. We'll get going here, and thanks for hopping up.
Let's
Yeah,
go, Henry. Congratulations, man.
yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys for streaming the race, as always.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good evening, man.
Yeah, you too,
Congrats,
bro.
man. Wow.
Man, what a race. I
Yeah,
feel like
what
I've
a-
been here for so long. Like this was only an hour, but I mean there was just so much action that we had to jump to. Man,
He earned that victory. That wasn't.
Definitely.
I mean, he towards the end, there pretty much everybody had been involved in a wreck or two, and another father-son battle. Am I seeing Papa Mott in front of Corey Mott? I've got Papa Mott in fourth and Corey Mott in 11th.
yeah, I think you're exactly right.
Yeah. So we got the old man kicking to the curb the kids tonight. So that's always good to see.
Yep, for sure, for sure. A lot of at Daytona, if you just drive safe and you make smart decisions, able to get through wrecks, sometimes you'll come out with a great finish.
It is. Man, I had a good time tonight. I cannot thank you enough, Tommy, for inviting me on. And Noah, we're gonna see you all next week.
Yeah, I'm excited for next week. I'm excited to do this again. I know it was a little awkward getting back into it, so I do apologize for some of the mistakes, but Definitely going to get back into it.
Hey, you didn't have an ad rolling when we were coming to green, so don't worry about it. I think we're gonna have an awesome season.
All right, guys.
All right.
We'll
All
see you guys later. Have a good night, everybody.
You guys have a good one.
All right, chat. I think we're gonna call it. Thank you guys for showing up. I know the guys really appreciate it. But yeah, we should have a great season. Again, please be sure to visit projectk9hero.org to check out their cause. They help service dogs retire and have a comfortable life. Those dogs are more than dogs, as Bill was saying. So it's really important that they get the care that they need. But just thanks to them for sponsoring the series, and looking forward to a great year. All right, everyone. You guys have a good evening. Thanks for tuning in for the K-9 Hero 200 here at Daytona. Have a good evening.